right, all right, all right. Hey, folks, day 18 of rebuilding my life at 40 years old got really interesting. And if you're watching this later, you're going to see kind of a change in tone of what I've been the first 17 days. And a lot of that has to do with kind of a switch that got flipped in my head. So, the first thing that I really want to cover that changed was how I'm going to approach my mistake. So, a quick recap: I screwed up pretty much a possibility of being with my person. Okay. I believe truly in my heart and in my soul, I found my person. And, well, we'll just say it got complicated and it got messy. Nothing like Armageddon level stuff or cheating happened or anything like that. I mean, we hadn't even really gotten together yet. But I screwed things up to make it impossible, or not impossible, but make it hard to make a comeback in that regard. So I was at a point where, okay, let's try everybody's no contact policy that everybody talks about. Oh, just go no contact. They'll come running back to you. Yeah, that's horse manure. So what I did was I was cleaning through all my stuff the last 2 days. I was cleaning through all the stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the video. If you saw the video of the Facebook stuff that I got for free, good. If not, hey, you know what? I'll attach it in the description box below so you can watch it later, okay? So here I am thinking, oh, everything's going to go to hell. Then I found my grandfather's sweater. And what's interesting is when I found my grandfather's sweater, it was buried in a bag that I didn't know existed, okay? Or I forgot existed. And it brought back memories of my grandfather. And I'm going to give you the short story of my grandfather. So my grandfather was married to my grandmother for 50 years. But it was a messy beginning of their relationship. Very, very messy, okay? My grandmother was married to another man for 5 years. My grandfather was going into the Navy, getting deployed out to the Korean War. My grandfather was deeply in love with her, fell in love with her over a 2-week period that they got hung out, and he didn't know she was married to another man. She threw that bomb on him before he deployed. So she gave him an address to a friend. He didn't know it was a friend. And he wrote my grandmother a letter every week for 2 years while he was deployed. Okay. 2 weeks. And she never wrote him back. And he would send her money and gifts every once in a while, whatever he had pocket change. He didn't know that she was pretty well off, right? Never wrote her back. Or she never wrote him back for 2 years. He gets out of the Navy, moves to Southern California, right about 2 hours from where she lived. And he's going to Cal State Fullerton to get his degree. This is in the late 1950s, or mid-1950s, late 1950s, somewhere on there. My grandfather gets this little dinky studio apartment. My grandmother, who's married to another man, was in a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house in one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in LA County back then, okay? And my grandfather continued to write her a letter every week. Well, 7 months after he walked in, remember, she never returned a phone call, and she never returned a letter, never nothing, no communication. And one day, my grandfather hears this on the door. And it's my grandmother with 2 suitcases. And she goes to she looks at my grandfather and she goes, Emerson? And he goes, yeah? I hope you know what the hell you're doing, because I'm about to make your life a living hell. So she divorced her husband and gave him the house and moved in with my grandfather in his dinky little apartment. And he said when he closed the door, she looked around and she goes, what the hell am I getting myself into? They were married for 53 years. Okay. My grandfather called it pursuing from afar. So that's what I decided to do. I decided I'm going to pursue from afar. And so I've already like made, I had a feeling she was hungry. I don't know why, man. I had this gut, something in my gut was telling me she needed food. She needed help. She puts herself ahead of everybody. So I Apple cashed her some money, and she responded and thanked me, and she responded very, very kindly. And I kept it short because I know she's going through a lot, and I know I really screwed up. And it's like, I'm not going to like compound things. Let me write you a 12-page text message back. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to keep it, try to give her her space and let things kind of sort themselves out. That being said, uh, that being said, my focus changed because of that. Because of that decision that I made, another lever got pulled inside of me. It was very interesting. Like I always talk about, you make one decision, I realize all the decisions afterward. I didn't even think about the decisions afterward. I just thought about that decision. I'm like, I'm gonna make one decision at a time. I'm on day 18 of this rebuild. I'm gonna make one decision at a time. I didn't realize that that decision would have a snowball effect in a good, positive way for me. All of a sudden, like my brain like started kicking into overdrive. And now what I've done is I started a second TikTok account, and I'm going to niche it to what we're doing right here. Okay? My brain kicked so far into overdrive that I'm posting between 60 and 80 pieces of content a day across 30 platforms. And I'm not even blinking. I don't even realize it's happening because I'm in this hyper focus mode right now. I sold $30 worth of that Facebook stuff. $30 worth of it. So I've got $30 that I got to try to multiply and film multiplying it. I cleaned the trailer. I scrubbed the trailer, filmed it, edited it, and posted it. I mean, I'm a madman right now. I'm going to tell you right now, if I can get to $3,000 a month, I'm going to go buy a freaking car, and I'm going to get rid of the Uber rental, and I'm going to go DoorDash and Uber Eats only. Because then I can film content. Bam, 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 bam. So much easier to film content doing food delivery rather than driving people around. So I'm in this zone, guys. I'm in this absolute and it just so many things have changed in a very positive way, all because I settled what I'm going to do about this thing over here. It's amazing. And I'm not, and I think part of it is because I feel like I have found my person. Actually, I know I found my person. There's no one else that I want. So why would I worry about that anymore? I don't have to. It's not even a thought in my head anymore. If she comes, she does, then we'll have to work every day at it, but we'll make it work. I know I'll make it work. If she doesn't, then she doesn't. But I gotta build a life and rebuild this life for me, for my daughters, for my future grandchildren, if I'm blessed with them, for their mother, because she's got health issues and she needs help. And if she comes back, and it's a big if, guys, and we're talking about a huge, like a Texas-size if, then I want her to come back to something she's going to be proud of and that she feels like she can build and build, that she can come back and help build too and be a part of. So we'll see. Time will tell. But I'm like got these horse blinders on that it's ridiculous. I didn't even realize they were there. I finally woke up out of it today. I woke up out of the ether today. It was crazy. I just woke up out of this ether and I'm like, oh my God, it's Saturday. I literally, guys, like I lost track of time. That's how like hyper focused on this whole content thing I've been. Damn, it's exciting. I can't wait to get to day 30 though. And we're still 12 days away from day 30, but I can't wait to get there. And I can't wait to see my daughters. Because my daughters, the week of July 4th, we're going to have a, excuse my language, but we're going to have a fucking blast. We're going to film, we're going to do podcast episodes, we're going to live stream. It's going to be kick ass. So, we'll see you on the flip side.